So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a slab. Starting off with a block of clay. What I'm doing right now is just flattening the block. I'm just trying to get some of that height out from one of the sides. So right here I'm just kind of smacking it down with my fist. You can do this, or you can throw it down at the table, just straight down. That is also going to help get that flatness. We're just trying to get something good to start off with that isn't just a straight up cube. So once I have a good enough shape, I'm going to start throwing it kind of and pushing it away from me or pulling it towards myself. So you're going to really have to finesse the way you throw it. You can see I kind of have a little follow through after I throw. So I'm pulling towards myself. You saw the clay flip. What I'm doing right here is I'm actually elongating the clay. So I have that movement that's put into that throw, and the clay gets dragged along with it. It follows that momentum. So what I'm doing through throwing it that way is flattening out the slab. And you can do it either pulling the clay towards yourself or pushing it away. I personally like pulling it towards myself. I feel like I have better control. It just really depends on who you are. And if you notice, I kind of alternate the sides that I do that for. So right there, I was looking at the thickness. You can kind of see the middle was a little bit thicker than the outsides. So at this point, you probably want to find some kind of cylindrical object that you can roll your slab out with. Hopefully you have a nice little pin roller. If not, you're going to have to get creative. Find something that's perfectly cylindrical to roll it out. So you see that thickness right there. I'm really going to start approaching that. The sides are thinner for sure than the middle. So what I do when I roll my slab is I kind of have the focus towards the middle. You can see those edges weren't really even touched there. I'm just wiping off the pin roller. This is because when students or when people try to roll out their slabs, especially in the beginning, they usually follow the clay down off the side, and they end up making the sides of the clay really thin and the middle of the clay really thick. So I'm avoiding that. I'm just really focusing on that middle, letting the outsides kind of be as they are. And when I meet them, you know, the clay evens out. So you get to a point and you're going to have to basically be able to tell the thickness. What I like to do is take off those sides. They're not looking pretty, especially if you're starting off with a cube. So I'm just taking off the sides to get a good idea of my thickness. Okay, you see right there, pretty even. The right side's a little bit thinner. But I'd say that's a pretty good thickness, not too bad. Has a little bit of working to go, but you're aiming anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. I personally like sizing up on the slabs for this, going a little bit more towards the 1/2 inch, especially if it's for construction stuff, but it's really up to you guys. And I mean, this is pretty much it, guys. You just kind of have to roll it all out. So putting it all together, this is in twice the time and then at a different angle. So you'll see me throw it. Kind of see the way that it flattens out. I'm flattening it like kind of straight down. Tapping it into a cube. This is kind of important. You don't have to do this, but when you're trying to make a slab, you don't want the... It depends on what you're going for. I wanted something that could have been a cube. It could have been a whatever kind of shape. So I wanted to start off with that square. If I had not tapped it into anything, it could have just been like a weird oval shape that wasn't really equal. So that was an important step for me. But you see me throwing it. Now I'm using my pin roller. Trying to flatten it out. I'm going to check the thickness here pretty soon, but you can kind of just see I mainly have that pressure focused on the middle. And this is just like the coils. You don't want to be adding too much pressure. The more pressure you add, the more uneven it's going to go. You want to gently bring it down to that thickness. If you try to go all in with your pin roller and bring it to the thickness you need it to be, That's a really, really big mistake. Just lightly add that pressure until it gets to that good, consistent thickness. Okay, so look at there. I'm checking for thickness, consistency. I think it looks pretty even, so yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and good luck with your slabs.